Hey folks, welcome to Hunter's Haunts once again. Thanks for all you people actually looking at my videos. Actually, personally, I don't see why. But I had a couple of requests on Facebook that for the instructions on how to do one of the fog chillers. It's really simple. There's a bunch of different ways to do it. I found this one on YouTube and then sort of modified it a little bit for my own. You can build them out of almost anything. And that's enough of me. We'll go to the chillers. Hey, okay. For these chillers, some pretty basic tools. And this is what I used. It doesn't mean you have to. You don't really need a tape because you can just eyeball the PVC pipe that you have to cut. You need a hot glue gun or caulk, whichever way you'd like to do, because you have to seal up the holes in the bucket or other container. That's a big coffee can that I used for that one. You have to seal up the holes around the pipes going in and out, or you'll lose, not only do you lose a lot of the insulative quality, but you'll lose fog. But you can make these in, I've seen people make them in little styrofoam coolers, in a regular little plastic cooler. The small one in the coffee can there is for the small fog machine that sits behind the witch. But it's really simple. I'll end up painting that one, the small one, all black, just to hide it a little better. The skeleton head, cheap skull there, is just a diffuser for the fog. I've done it a bunch of different ways. You can put a T out there and cap it off and then drill a bunch of holes in it. It'll diffuse the fog nice. I kind of like that one, and I can set it and it looks like part of the display, sort of. But here we go. You'll need some chicken wire or some wire mesh. Now you can use the smaller hold stuff that it's called metal lav, actually. I had chicken wire here, so I used it. It seems to work just fine. You need a container, your bucket. 5-gallon bucket works real nice. You can get them all over the place. This one happens to be a Lowe's bucket, I believe, because it's blue. I've got Home Depot buckets. I've got the white ones because of buying joint compound. You'll need some PVC. Now I used 2-inch on this one because it's a larger fog machine, and I wanted the extra capacity. And all you do, simple really. This is the inlet over here. The fog machine sits back here and shoots into here. So you drill your holes. Just take your PVC, measure it, measure up what you're hitting hole need, put it on there, and I've got the big hole saws for woodworking, and they work on this stuff. But just be careful. You can cut, it's just a plastic bucket. You can cut it with all kinds of stuff, and then get your PVC in there. Now what you do on the big one, you run it in to the bucket, put that 90 on it, and run this up to just short of where the lid sits, because you want that's your fog coming in. You want it to hit the lid and then go back down through. Down here you're going to have ice. Ice fills all of this right up to just shy of this tube, the top of this tube. And you can see you're going to cut your mesh, put it down in the bucket, squeeze it down into there. I put some screws through the bucket here to hold it so it doesn't go any lower. And then you got another hole over here on the opposite side of the bucket for your other PVC. And you just push that through there, seal it up the same way we did on the other side. When you put your lid on here, it's perfect. And that just, it works great. The bucket itself, it's just a plastic bucket. The insulative quality to it is but if you want to, you can wrap it with insulation. You can wrap it with, I've got a bunch of this foam stuff like this. I haven't done the big bucket yet with that. I did the little metal coffee can because I just figured it'd just help it out a lot. But it's all the same thing. It's pretty basic. You can see the little coffee can here. What I did on the coffee can though is this is my fog inlet. The fog machine goes in here. I didn't want to go through the whole having to rise up and push out, because the bucket where it shoots into on the stirring cauldron is the inlet is kind of high. So I just went ahead and did it like this, so it comes in underneath the ice, like that, comes up through the ice and out through the tube up here. Same principle, and it works great. And I wrap this one up, like I said, with this foam, and then use some Gorilla Tape, which is great stuff, by the way, and wrapped it all up. I can fill that little thing with ice, and like right now during the day, and it'll still be there this time tomorrow, most of it. You drill a little hole, and you see my hole right there, a little drain hole, to let the waste go as the ice melts. Got a little hole here on this one that I drilled. You don't want it building up and clogging up anything, you know. So, but other than that, pretty simple, pretty easy, and well, I hope it helps. Okay, folks, that kind of wraps it up for the instructions on how to build these chillers. As I said, they're real simple, real easy, and they really work. They help a lot. If you run the fog just by itself, it doesn't cling to the ground, and you really want it to. It looks so much better when it's clinging to the ground. Appreciate you watching. This is Jeff from Hunter's Haunts. We'll see you next time. Here's a video of the fog chiller when I was building it. Works real good. You can see it coming out of the skull, and it dissipates real nicely across the grass. And just figure you might want to see the video of it actually in action.